Good evening, everybody. I'm Steve Owens with the Georgia Bass Nation Kayak Anglers. This is your official captain's meeting for the 2022 state championship held on Lake Seminole. We're hosted out of Bainbridge, Georgia. Grateful for them stepping up and giving us the venues to be able to have a good check-in on Sunday. Going to go ahead and go over the itinerary, but before I do that, I want to just congratulate everybody on a successful season. We had a really good turnout in our first year of a trail season. We had really good sponsor support as far as prizes and the ability to cover Attorney X and PayPal fees to be 100% payout. Hopefully we have that again next season. If not, the fees would be very minor amount. So we'll continue to have a really good payout. I want to thank all of you for traveling and doing what you do, cross-promoting us on your social media and everything. That goes a long way with our sponsors. The season, we had an Angler of the Year, which was sponsored by Carl Black Chevrolet in Kennesaw. And I just want to give you a recap of the top 5 there. It was pretty competitive down to the last event. In 5th place in Angler of the Year, we had Josh Choi. 4th place was Jeremy Meadows. 3rd place was Charles Shelnut. 2nd place was Tom Kazmierski. And 1st place was Joseph Gayton. They slugged it out all season, went back and forth. Got really good camaraderie in this series, and that just it adds a lot of excitement to each event. And I want to thank our sponsors for the season. We should have most of these coming back on. We're going through all of that right now. I want to thank Dugout Bait and Tackle, one of our title sponsors. The other was John Deere Ag Pro. We had Z-Man, NetBait, Seagar. They stepped up in a big way with fishing line each event. Spro, Dakota Lithium, and Newport vessels. We'll actually have a Newport vessel paired with 2 60 amp hour Dakota Lithiums to power it. That'll be a raffle on Sunday for the overall field. So everyone that shows up for awards that's in this event will be eligible to win that motor and the battery combo, but you got to be present to win it. Hog Farmer Bait Company has been our big bass sponsor all year long. Grateful for them. As I mentioned, Carl Black Chevrolet, we had one objective, and then Dwayne Wally supported us from Attorney X. So I'll go on into the rules of this meeting. The itinerary for the week. Today will be Thursday. This is your captain's meeting. On Friday, November the 18th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, practice closes. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the identifier will be released. You're able to write that identifier on your hand, a card, on your catch board, anything like that, as long as it's visible. We got to be able to tell what that code is. On Saturday, getting down to the fishing. On Saturday, you can launch at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If it's dusky dark still, you'll have to have a 360 light. If you've got a motor, then you'll have to have the red and green nav lights on the front. If you don't have any of that, don't get disqualified or suspended. Just wait and launch at safe light. If you have trouble knowing exactly what that is, reach out to me. But 7 a.m. you're allowed to launch. Lines in, first cast, lines in is at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can fish all the way till 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's when your lines are out, and you have 30 minutes until 4 p.m. to upload your fish. If you can't get your fish uploaded, you need to contact me before 4 p.m. As soon as and if you have problems with it throughout the day, give me a call. If it's due to cell signal, just make certain that you put your pictures in your favorites or text them to me if it'll go through that way. Then on Sunday, 11:20, launch time is the same, 7 a.m. Lines in is at 7:30 a.m. Fish until 3:30 p.m. and you have until 4 p.m. to upload your fish there. Check-in will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want prizes, then you have to show up for the check-in. And the check-in location is in Bainbridge, Georgia at the Performing Arts Building. The address is in the Attorney X description. I'll email all that information out to you on Friday night as well. But that's the Bainbridge Performing Arts Building at 100 Boat Basin Circle in Bainbridge, Georgia. All right, for your launches and boundaries, these are pretty particular and you need to pay attention to them. And again, all of this information is on Attorney X in the event description. You're permitted to fish all public water on Lake Seminole. The launch boundaries and accesses will be all public ramps, pay ramps that are open to the public and public access areas. Lake Seminole has a lot of sandy ramps that you can slide off in. As long as it's public land, you can use that for the rest of this season. The farthest north ramp that you can launch from is on the Chattahoochee River, and that's the Jowers Road public ramp. The furthest north ramp on the Flint River will be the Boat Landing Road ramp. The farthest north ramp on Spring Creek is under the Brinson Bridge, Highway 8438, also known as the Dothan Road Bridge. The Silver Lake Wildlife Management Area is off limits. Do not leave Spring Creek waterway to access the land at all. And then when it comes to shoals in the area, you cannot get out of your kayak to drag, anything like that. Everything that you do, you have to be inside your kayak. If there's any gray area in that, call me. Don't risk it, don't try it, don't fish there, if that's what the case is for now. On the Turning X event page, there are graphics for all of you to see these launches on the boundary limit so that there's no confusion there. Reach out to me for that. That's about all of it for the rules. Your PFD must be worn at all times. These rules are downloadable. That's your responsibility to read these rules. So reach out with any questions. There's no excuse for not knowing anything, because if you can't download them, you can call me and I'll read it out to you. If anyone has any other questions as far as anything in the area, reach out to me as well and we'll help you get situated. And on Saturday, we're having a voluntary fellowship meetup at Big Jim's in, I think it's Donaldsonville, Georgia. I've been there several times. It's a great place. Just going to get some pizza, have coolers with some drinks in it, bring your own drinks. Probably around 6 p.m. You know, it's a casual thing, so just show up whenever. Be parked somewhere where you'll be able to see my kayak trailer and my white truck. Just come and hang out for a little while, and let's just, we may have a fire or something, and then Big Jim's is right there. After we wind down a little more, we can, stagger on in there and just have a pretty good time and close out the rest of the evening and just make this a good time and a good fellowship. And then on Sunday, as I said, it'll be the official check-in. So Saturday is voluntary, but we would really appreciate it if you show up and contact me so that I know how much pizza to bring for everybody. So again, want to thank all of you for a very good season. Looking forward to next year. As I said, this is Thursday, the 18th. I hope to have the schedule the week after Thanksgiving, so the 1st of December. Got it all on paper. I just have to nail down a few things to get all that. Should be able to go to 5 events this year, add one more event plus the state championship. If I can swing 6 and get that look where it looks good on the schedule, then I'll try to have 6. I feel like all of you deserve to have this to fish, and I think you're excited enough about it so that we can sustain 5 or 6 events and have a good attendance and turnout for these chambers and cities. So above all else, be safe. Call me, contact me if you have any questions. Thank y'all. Have a good night and be safe this weekend.